we'll try this. This seems decent. Got a 1-2-3 play. And the 3 play allows us to discard draw. Now, if we actually could hit our 4 drops right now, it would actually be amazing just because of the Kalain on board. White-green enchantments. Let's go for this. Go for Mire. Attack here. We may as well attack with the Shambling Ghast because they're going to play an enchantment and grow this. So holding this back for a blocker isn't really going to feel good. And if they went for the block, we could just use this for the -1/-1 to put this in the graveyard. Oh, Ranger class variation. Okay. No blocks. Alright, not what we're looking for here. Let's discard these. That's what we're looking for. So, go for Goldspan. Attack here. This allows us to play Immersturm Predator. And Immersturm Predator is now going to come and play 4 counters on it. So anything short of Exile, which is possible in their deck, means that we should be in a strong point on this board here. Shutdown of the Scalds is going to be too late for them. And they can't even gain enough life here on their attack to win, so we'll give them the GG's. Because we can block this, sacrifice it to Predator before damage is done. No life gain for them. We get to tap this. Means it grows. Doesn't matter what we take out of the graveyard. And the opponent knows it, because not only are we representing 14 there, but we also get an extra 1 once when we attack this as well. Let's see. On the open, we don't really have much of a play until turn 3, but we have a Voltage Surge here. So we'll try keeping it. Oh, that's right. We're on the play. All right, red-blue means Voltage Surge probably won't see much use in the early game here, but still relevant for being able to shoot off some dragons. Say we got a little lucky getting this, but it at least draws the attention of their early burn spells. Seeing the opponent using Carthitic Pyre means we're possibly versus a the Arcane deck. Bombardment. Alright, opponent's going for their own self-ramp. I'm actually going to discard this. Just only 1 card, though. Not exactly what we were looking for. Go for the Blitz. Alright, opponent has some kind of interaction against a creature for 1 mana. Because they didn't have any pause until this creature hit the board, which means that they either have a bounce spell or a burn spell. There's land number 5. Alright, opponent goes for the Goldspan. We go for Goldspan. Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to prioritize dealing with our Goldspan or deal with the Reflections? Okay, let our Goldspan touch the board. We get to attack with it. Alright. So next turn, we attempt another Goldspan. If Kiki-Jiki manages to survive, we can also copy a Goldspan. Alright, there's Bombardment, like I thought the opponent would possibly have. Now, they only have 2 different spells in their graveyard at the moment. Neither one by itself can kill our Goldspan, but both of them can kill Kiki-Jiki. I'm actually fine with fizzling their Scry here, just to get a little card draw action. Cathartic Pyre is both good and bad for us, because it allows them to load up their graveyard and get some card draw. Yeah, see, they discarded Magma Opus. Alright, so we got lucky that they don't have any mana for our turn. So that means that we know that they can't play. We're just unfortunately a mana shy from, or a treasure shy from being able to activate this. Or even go for Underdog here, but what we can do is put in some pressure. See, if we go for the Meathook, we drain them for 2. Means Underdog Blitz kills them. And denying them the treasures, I think, is worth the exchange here. Alright, opponent's just holding everything for our turn. Go for the Blitz. Alright, opponent's going to put it back in our hand. We'll choose to sacrifice it. This way we get double draw because of the Blitz draw. Oh, what spell did they get? Oh, they got another Fading Hope. We'll just go for putting Kalain on board. And we're actually representing a form of lethal against the opponent. Now, the opponent could always get the bounce spells to deny us the chance to get lethal here. Are they Fading Hope right now, which actually means we can't die to the opponent's play. Hello there, Amy? I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name, but Amy123. Welcome to the chat. See it's your first time here. Hope you enjoy yourselves. But, yeah, opponent scoops it up. So, what they should have done is they should have waited probably till our turn before they went for a Fading Hope. Because that way they could have tried to interrupt our plans to try to kill them. Now, by playing it then, means that we have the chance to go for like a Blitz or such. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Off the open, this one cannot be a keep, but I would love to because we finally draw some envoys. It's a little rough, but I think this one's keepable. We'll go down... the Requisitioner. Alright. May as well lead with this. Alright, so we're against the mono-red super aggro deck. Unfortunately, this transforms means Shambling Ghast, when it dies, will not give us the treasure token if it dies to a source they control. So our goal of just trying to get the treasure out of this has been foiled, unless we can successfully get to keep this and use Deadly Dispute here. Alright, opponent's going to protect their Rabbit Battery. Interesting. They just pass. I think we just land and pass ourselves. So that way we can hold up for a chump block with the Ghast and sacrifice it to Deadly Dispute. What's my favorite color combo? If I like going for aggressive games, probably red-white. Because that's just always been the color combo I always found the best for doing so. But I always like doing like blue-green also because of just the combo nature blue-green often provides. Do I play meta decks or only homebrew? I sometimes will play a meta deck, but I like to homebrew a lot. Alright, so we sacrifice the Shambling Ghast here. I think we have to go for a Meathook. But that's partially because I don't want to deal with etchings denying us like Workshop Warchief trigger. So go for X3. And now we can hold Voltage Surge. So that way, whatever creature they bring down, we can potentially shoot it off before they can equip battery to it. Or, better yet, we get to kill the Den of the Bugbear. Let's bring down the Fable. It's a little awkward not having the double green in here, but we'll be able to get ourselves a treasure soon enough. We'll sacrifice this to draw. Gonna keep the Voltage Surge. Go for it. Oh, got a discard draw here for Fable, and I do like the idea of discarding these. Alright. get rid of etchings, submit 0. Now we go for the Workshop. This way we don't have to worry about it going to exile when it dies, so we can get the 4/4 Rhino. And this should help us turn the corner against this mono-red deck. Sorry, I hadn't been keeping up with the comments there. Boros, nice. The last tournament I hosted, Boros aggro was 7. Yeah, Boros has always been a very strong color combo for aggro. That's why I said it's like, if you're going for aggro, I think Boros is usually the way to go. But I'm not going to say that you can't do aggro with other deck ideas, because actually right now I think the deck I'm having the most success with in the what's it called? The Explorer format is actually a white-blue flying deck. And it's fairly quick and has a little control options to deny the combo decks. And I think that actually has been working out pretty well. Now that's just something I've been playing in my own time. I haven't actually showed that deck for the stream yet. The Esper aggro deck right now is very strong for the standard. What does this do again? Deal 5 times... Okay. We'll just go ahead and sacrifice the Goldspan Dragon in response, get some card draw. At this point, we have the opponent dead just because we make a copy of Workshop Warchief with Reflections, Blitz Underdog, and we have the win. So we'll give him the GGs. Oh, actually, I just want to hit this on the board. I just want this on the board. Alright. Well, that's a shame. But we actually did a pretty good job surviving against mono red there. The Meathook Massacre is just such a ridiculously strong card against aggro decks just because of the fact that not only do you kill their creatures, but you also get to gain life off their creature deaths. So off the open with this one, though, I think we actually have a keepable hand. Alright, Shambling Ghast to the board. We actually have a nice aggressive play with these. Let's go in for the attack first. And now we'll play the Riveteer here. Trying to think if we just blitz this one here, or if we just play it to the board. I think we'll go for the attack first. I think we just go for the Shambling Ghast and hold up Deadly Dispute. Alright, we'll just Deadly Dispute right now. And there's our Shambling Ghast. So we're against Grixis Control, from what it looks like. Usually these like to be Arcane Bombardment builds. Alright, Goldspan for our opponent. Let's see if we can get a Goldspan of our own. Oh, it does succeed. Let's go for the Requisitioner. And we'll actually play this as an X0. I want the Meathook on X0, that way if they actually try to go for a sweep to stabilize themselves, we get a nice drain against the opponent. Wow, phone's blown up. Oh, Shadow's Verdict. That is unfortunate. We lost a lot of value from our board here, but I think we can still maintain a lot of pressure. see. Going for the Fable. We're trying to set up so that way we can potentially go one more attack with Goldspan and just finish the opponent off with Ziatora. But the opponent may just finishes off this turn if they have direct burn. Do they have 3 damage to the face? If they do, they have us dead. Honestly, was not expecting Ebon Death. I haven't seen really too many people play it. And yep, there is the Royal Eruption with the kicker. Oof. Yeah, so that meant that the play last turn definitely was going for Ziatora, but like I said, I just wasn't planning on Ebon Death there. Alright, this one's a little risky, but we're willing to keep this one. We just need to draw mana of any type, preferably something that can come into play untapped. That way we can go Kalain into the Envoy here. Alright, get Kalain on board. Opponent has Deadly Dispute. You can tell because of just how the game holds their priority here. I mean, it could just be that they have Infernal Grasp. That's not good. As I mentioned before, we are having some slight issues drawing lands. We are running 24 in the deck, which should be plenty to at least draw a third land. But the fact that we've had a couple cases where we're mulliganing because Shuffler says that you don't get to see anything but 2 lands, and then you still get another 2-land hand. It makes things awkward. Alright, finally get the land. I think better off going for Predator. I really want to put the Envoy on the board, but Predator feels like it's the better play because it's able to protect itself. So that way, if the opponent does have a direct removal spell, we can sacrifice our creatures to protect the Predator. But not only that, we can always sacrifice Shambling Ghast to Predator at any time just to help force the treasure in the event that we need the mana. I'm just going to go Meathook 1. This will clean up both Shambling Ghast and Eye Twitch from our opponent. It'll kill our own Shambling Ghast, but we'll have Kalain still as backup to help protect our Predator. We'll see the Deadly Disputes finally come from our opponent's hand. Now, they might just go -1/-1 for our Kalain, which would have been bad for us, but they decided to go for the treasure. Yep, had double Deadly Dispute. Alright, they go for Introduction to Annihilation, which means that they can kill off Predator, but we will get a card draw off of it at the very least. And we will get rid of Eye Twitch from Graveyard. Just need a mana, any color. We can go Goldspan, then we can just go for these Envoys. And I would actually blitz the Envoys at this point. Come on, land! Why aren't you land? Oh, jeez. Alright. I mean, opponent hasn't really put anything new on the board that's threatening, at least, but... There we go. We hit the land. Get ourselves a Goldspan. With this, we'll try to go for a Blitz on Envoy. Because if the Envoy gets blitzed, not only will we have the decent-sized body for the trample, but if Kalain is still here, it still gets the +1/+1 counter from the cast from Kalain. Meaning this will at least be a 6/4. Actually, if Goldspan manages to stick to board, we actually can get 2 mana for it, making it larger, but sadly, Meathook Massacre. Alright. Blitz. Something good, something good. Alright, we'll take the Kalain. Opponent has a ton of mana, but we haven't seen them actually play anything. All they've done so far is Shambling Ghast, Deadly Dispute, and Eye Twitch. I'm just wondering if they just got hard flooded and they haven't really got anything else, but... What are they even sacrificing treasures for? That they need to save their snow-covered mana for. Okay, so Professor Onyx.
The essence of life is inseparable from the essence of death.
Professor Onyx is dangerous because whenever they cast their instants and sorceries, they'll just get to drain us.
Let's go deep.
Alright. So off this Blood on the Snow, they get to recover the Loaf. Which is why they tapped the way they did.
Envy the strong, for they consume the weak. I will cull the weak.
We'll hold on to that. See, if we activate Bugbear, we can hold the 1 more mana and use Voltage Surge. You just have to kill off Lolth. But we're just gonna have problems where Professor Onyx is just going to drain us out of here. We could play this, blitz this, and sacrifice the treasure, finish off Professor Onyx. We have to take Professor Onyx out of this just because of the amount of life gain it means for the opponent.
That's another demerit.
I will get what I want.
Alright.
Guess you don't need my help.
So, we managed to get rid of the Onyx. We are still in a slightly unfavorable position just because they still have Wolf. And we don't have any more threats, really, here. I mean, the advantage that we have going for us is most of our creatures have Blitz, so we can just send them at the face. One problem is one of our Blitz cards we can't play right now because we don't have double green. Alright, they're just playing this just to bring back Professor Onyx because they know how much they need that life drain against us.
Onyx to you.
I'm just not wanting to use Bugbear just because I know that the opponent likely has instant speed removal. Don't really have much of a choice here. Go for Bugbear. And instead of sending it to face, I'm going to send it to Lolth. If we have the option. Alright. Fortunately, it just turns into a real grind match here. Now, the opponent has to be careful how much they lower themselves by with their Professor Onyx and Lolth.
Let's go digging.
Well, they're out of Deadly Disputes. So they just have a wall of Skullport Merchants. Alright.
Oh yes, I know the knowledge you seek.
One advantage of it is we have Meathook Massacre just to clear the board. Trying to think. If we clear the board, it just gives them a whole bunch of triggers with Eye Twitch. But they already have enough mana that they can just sacrifice some Skullport Merchants, so that doesn't matter too much. We're just going to die to drain out from Professor Onyx, unfortunately. Because we just gave him 3 spells here. I was trying to think if they actually sacrifice anything to the Skullport Merchant. And if the opponent gets the... We have to sacrifice a creature, enchantment, and a Planeswalker card. That's just the death of us, just because of the fact it's going to be a lose 6 life spell. Because of Professor Onyx. Oh, where's our creatures, though? We haven't hit our...
We do what I demand.
What do they have priority for? Oh, that's right. They have priority just because they have to select their spells. Yeah, we're dead to this next turn, unfortunately. But we were dead to the Lolth using our ultimate also. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can draw that actually lets us stay in this. We don't have any burn for 5. And all of our haste tramplers don't do enough, so yeah, we're just gonna give them the GGs. We don't have anything else. Alright, so I think this one's a keepable hand. Just need to get a green source for the Envoy. Or any treasure production. There's our underdog. Now are we against red-blue again, or are we against mono-red or red-white? It's red-blue again. We could use some more interaction in chat. Well, you missed it earlier. I mean, Annie was chatting quite a bit there. See, let's first go in for the attack. Alright, let's go for underdog number 2. Alright, we unfortunately missed the green source, but we can Deadly Dispute one of these away. You know, I'd rather deny you that scry, but I think we'll let that happen. Put that back to the board. Just kind of hoping that they actually go for some kind of interaction to the board right now, so that we can Deadly Dispute. Alright, I'm gonna do this now while they can't interact. Going for Goldspan. We have the opponent super low. Let's go X0. And I think that should wrap it up there. Because if they go for a hard sweep, we end out actually being able to blitz the Envoy and be able to finish them off that way. Yep, and there they go. But, and so a wrap up on the Treasure Blitz deck. The deck overall functioned pretty well whenever we didn't have a problem just drawing lands. We ended out closing out games pretty consistently on a quick gameplay plan, and when games got dragged out, the Blitz mechanic usually allowed us to still close out games. The only issue was that some games got dragged out in a way that we just couldn't find our creatures, and it was a little awkward because of that, but I do think the potential this has, just because of the Kalain with all this treasure production, that you can just do some real crazy ramp into these cards here and make them so large that it's hard for any opponent to really deal with. So overall, I think this is a very viable deck option.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch in the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video, and have a nice one.